Всем привет! Добро пожаловать на канал Kipriada Estates. Я Анна, и сегодня у меня для вас интервью с одним из застройщиков Северного Кипра. So I would like to represent you, Ridwan. Hi, Ridwan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thank you very much. He's the constructor in North Cyprus for already more than 10 years, maybe 20 years.
Since 2004. That's about 16. We are going into 17th year.
Okay, brilliant. So tell us please a bit about yourself. I know that you've traveled a lot, you've seen nearly the whole world, so many countries. If I'm correct, you know 4 or 5 languages. So why did you return back to Cyprus?
Good question. There are very few places in the world where so many beauties are combined into one. And I think, I'm sure Cyprus is one of them. So this is the main reason I came back here.
The beauty of the island.
The beauty of the island, the friendliness of the people, the low prices, sun, sand, beautiful mountains, and I think you can count some more.
What about your language abilities? How did you study this and what are they?
I speak very good English.
Wow.
I believe. Okay. I lived in USA and studied there.
I see. This is where it's coming from.
Yes.
Okay.
And Turkish is my mother tongue.
Too?
And my other language after English was German.
Okay. Do you still remember German?
Yes, I do. After so many years, yes, I do.
Because I completely forgot. I don't remember anything. I knew a bit, but now I don't remember nothing. Maybe
Really?
just 1 or 2 words, unfortunately.
Well, it's not like you push the button and I start speaking German. I need a little bit of time to remember everything, and then I start speaking it.
Okay.
Then the other language is Spanish. Spanish I learned in South America. I've been there over 2 years.
That's quite a lot of time.
But not 2 years constantly, but I was there for 11 months first time. I traveled all around the continent. And then I went again and again, a few more times. Then altogether I will say I've been there over 2 years. Yes, with practice, with of course books, practice, yes.
Because they say that you need to speak the language, to know it, to learn it, to practice it.
Definitely, yes, definitely.
And one more?
I'm not bad in Russian, so I would say Russian, and I know some Portuguese as well.
Oh my God. What about Russian language? Why did you start to learn it? How did you learn it? You're trying to improve it, as I know.
Yes. I wanted to learn it because we have so many Russian customers in Cyprus, so many Russian tourists, and Russia is a big country right next door to us. It's very
close.
It's very close. And then I also been to Russia and Russian-speaking other countries. Altogether would be more than a year.
Wow.
So it was inevitable that I learned this language as well.
You had to, because
had
a lot of Russians, they don't speak English or just a little.
That's another reason.
Yeah. So
new generation do, but I would say 40 and over.
Yeah.
Almost nobody.
They're not comfortable. Or they studied at school another language like French or German. They even didn't have a chance to start to study.
All of them say they speak German but not English. Then I start speaking to them in German. They say, "Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry."
Russian education.
So I'm not sure about German either.
So what can you say in Russian to us?
What can I say? Мой русский язык не хорошо сейчас. Скоро, я думаю, будет лучше.
Very good. This is very good. So, how did you start construction? Where did it come from? Why?
I was always interested in architecture. And I went to my undergraduate degree I obtained from Eastern Mediterranean University in Famagusta. But when I studied, they didn't have architectural department. And so I couldn't study architecture, but it was always in my mind. I always liked building something, creating something. It gives me great pleasure to build something. So that's how, when I returned to the island from United States, I started this construction business.
Do you think you made the right choice especially now after 16 years of doing this.
Yes, I believe, definitely.
And what about general construction in Cyprus and prospects of developing of area in this way?
Generally, I haven't seen any company that is doing working seriously in this business, not doing good. It's very prospective business here.
And what area is the most interesting for developments, for constructors, and obviously for the potential buyers?
Well, all areas, everywhere in this country is beautiful, I believe. And
You're just in love with Cyprus, I suppose.
well, I think all the coastline everywhere is
where
very
you can
beautiful.
get the sea, yeah.
Exactly, yes. I mean, after all, this is a Mediterranean island.
But mainly your projects are located at Long Beach area. Why is that?
It's very near the sea. Here we have a beautiful beach and a lot of land around here, flat area, easier to build, and a lot of interest in this area by Russian customers, Russian-speaking customers.
I would like to also mention to our subscribers that you and your projects were very interested for Russian-speaking clients because of quality, comfort, lower prices comparing to the large developments. This is why I keep mentioning in our videos that pay attention also to not just huge companies, but also small constructors. Of course, they have more personal attitude to every particular client.
Exactly.
You can speak about maybe price installment plan, or some discounts, or some presents.
Well, I will say, first of all, the prices are more competitive. What we have is because we don't have these a lot of pools, because we encourage people to go to the Mediterranean Sea. So use the beach, use the beautiful Mediterranean Sea. So we don't have all these pools and a lot of playgrounds, etc., etc. And so therefore the prices are lower. Definitely, we try to keep it lower.
And when you work with Russian-speaking customers or local customers, what type of customer is easier to sell to or to agree on the deal? Let's say Russian-speaking or local, or maybe English, European.
Well,
what is the difference between
between them?
them?
We don't have so much choice because most of the customers right now are Russian.
Are Russians.
Or from Russian-speaking countries like
But
Kazakhstan and
is
Belarus.
it more difficult? Are they more difficult? Are they more, let's say, attentive to some small details?
Well, yes, they are. They are, and I remind them that
See.
exactly, and I remind them that what they are paying is not so much. So I don't expect like super high quality. Well, relatively speaking, I've been to Russian-speaking countries. I've seen their apartments. Ours are comparable with them.
So
for,
quite
for
similar,
1/10 of the price, 10 times less. So,
Yeah,
so you cannot expect the same exact thing while paying 10 times less.
Of course, yeah, exactly. If you sell apartment in Russia, then here you can buy, I don't know, a villa on the seafront.
Exactly, yes.
Not so long ago, Varosha, old city in Famagusta, closed city in Famagusta, it's been closed nearly 50 years, is it correct? I think around
46, 47 now.
47 now, it's been closed. So it has been opened. And once upon a time, it was one of the most luxury places all around Mediterranean, actually, not just Cyprus. What do you think about the prospects of opening of this place?
Well, it's not really fully open at the moment. They let people in and out through a gate, which is also closed after 5 o'clock.
Yeah, but
PM.
you can still go and have a look.
Exactly, you can go around, and it will be fully operational when I believe the old owners return and open their businesses, the hotels reopen, and then they tore down the whole fence that is going around that is the area, with the fence around that area. So after that, it will be, I believe, beautiful big city again with beautiful long, pristine beach, crystal clear sea,
place.
And it's been a sleeping city for last almost 50 years.
Yeah.
Sleeping city. So imagine all the potential that been accumulating there, sitting there for 50 years.
The hotels, I don't know even how many hotels
exactly,
over there. You
exactly.
just sit there non-stop.
And there is potential to build new ones as well. There are a lot of land, empty land around there as well. Because
Are you planning to?
hopefully, if one day.
It's possible because I think it's a really beautiful place, and mainly the owners are English, and foreigners of the land.
I think mostly Greek Cypriots.
Greek Cypriots over
mostly,
there.
yes.
Because
but there are foreigners, non-Greek Cypriots as well. Because it was a boom town before 1974, and there were investors from many parts of the world.
Yeah,
not just
Europe. It's all because of the location of the sea.
It's very beautiful.
Of the nature. What is the current property prices situation in North Cyprus? Did they go higher comparing to this 16 years ago, or what is more interesting for investment now, according to the price market?
It's always going up. Always. Even now, during this pandemic, the prices didn't go down. Even though sales almost stopped, not completely, but almost stopped. It didn't go down. It stopped. The prices maybe stopped where they were pre-pandemic, and after the pandemic, after this pandemic is over, I believe it will start going up again.
Upper and upper again.
And upper.
And generally, how? What is the, let's say, percentage of the prices going up every year before pandemic? Of course, we're speaking like 10% or 5% every year.
It is. I cannot say it's 5-10%.
Depends on
it
the
depends
object,
on the year, marketing, how much potential customers will receive. Depends on
for
many
example,
things.
now 2 or 3 bedroom apartment, let's say at Long Beach area, how much can you buy it for?
From me, you can buy it
Let's do some advertising.
as low as £50,000.
50,000 pounds for how many square meters?
About 70.
70 square meters,
It's
so it's 2 plus 1.
2 plus 1, 70 up to 90. Yes.
And 3 bed?
3 bedrooms right now is 120 square meters, which is very
huge.
large. Right now is about £85,000.
85. It's also quite low. And do you offer some payment plan options?
Yes, I expect the customers to pay 50% upfront when the contract is done. After that, I leave it to the customers as they make their own payment plan. You know,
everything is negotiable.
Everything is negotiable.
This is very good. This is what I like, this personal approach, because everyone's situation is different. You don't go under the standard just like this. You can be flexible. This is very important. So you've mentioned you have a lot of Russian-speaking investors. Actually, what country, if we speak specifically?
Mostly from Russia, definitely.
Russia.
And mostly from Moscow.
Or the capital.
Yes, exactly.
The capital of the city. And when we speak about construction, especially for the Russian-speaking customer, what is the most important feature of the construction for them? What do they pay attention to? What is the most
price? Always the price.
Okay, then what is the second most important thing?
Second most important is generally, they don't have complaint. Really, I didn't receive that many complaints about what we are building. You know, they didn't ask for some special features either.
Nothing like, I don't know, sea view.
Oh, definitely, yes, definitely. Everybody wants a sea view, but if they don't get it, they don't complain that much. But usually, mostly, our apartments look at the sea.
This face facing the sea view.
Yes.
What type of objects do you generally build?
Single apartments, like individual apartments.
A block of apartment.
Yes, like single block and then another land, another block, like this. Not complex of apartments.
Why you never thought of building a complex?
Why? Because I'm really against this complex building because they put so many people into a small area, dense. I want to create a street. A neighborhood, with individual apartments, with different architecture. You know, a nice street kind of.
And is it difficult to start a new project? And do you plan to make any new upcoming projects?
Upcoming projects are again the same. Individual apartments on individual land.
Do you have something in
usually
mind
facing the
already?
sea. We already have some projects like that.
Не пропустите вторую часть интервью, поэтому подписывайтесь на наш канал, ставьте лайки. До новых встреч!